All right, it's Bill here. First of all, I watched the game late. I taped it. It was family day. Played some games with my family. And then I got the pleasure of skipping through all the intermissions, commercials, and all the other nonsense and just watched the game. And I was able to avoid the score. And the Leafs win 4-2. Now, wouldn't it be nice if we could keep playing the St. Louis Blues all season long? Because, again, one of the better efforts I've seen from this team. One of the better efforts. Now, again, this defensive effort, did not have a Morgan Riley in it. There's a couple things that I noticed right off the bat. TJ Brodie on the left side is a completely different defenseman than TJ Brodie on the right side. We need to keep this up. Keep him on the left side. If you've got to play Morgan Riley with someone else on the right hand, playing right defense, do it. Brodie's way better on the left side. It's crazy. The next thing is Marshall. Who's the guy who started tonight? Marshall Rafai. Not bad for a rookie. First game. He made Mark Giordano look like he should probably stay in the press box. We certainly didn't miss any of those two. Simon Benoit, fantastic game. Big hits. Jake McCabe, awful as usual, but we got away with a lot of his nonsense at the blue line, giving pucks away like it's nobody's business. Liljegren, good game. I don't say that very often. So when it's there, good game. And then Max Lajoie. Sure, have yourself a game, but way better defensively. They play St. Louis. They play great defensively. I don't get it. It's not like St. Louis is a horrible team. They're not a great team, but they're not horrible. And this is the defense you get? Why can't this defense play all the time? Couple other things I noticed. Tavares went down to the third line. Thank you, Sheldon Keefe. Domi on the second line. Way better. Now, how was JT's night tonight? Lots of zeros, but there was a zero on the plus minus, which is really important. That's a break even. Johnny T let him go on the power play, and I saw they put him in the second power play unit now. Nice, Sheldon. You're watching the game. Well done. Now, a couple comments in my last one that I'm going to address. Because, again, people are stupid. You're dumb. Someone said sample size isn't big enough. Oh, you want a sample size on JT? You want a sample size on him? Let me give you a sample size, you moron. Is 3 years a good enough sample size for you? 3 years? Is that good? Roughly about 210 games? Would that suffice for you? Is that enough sample size? Now, I'm a statistician. I take stats. I know sample size. I've also done a hypothesis test. Why don't you do a hypothesis test? I've done a proportion test to the amount of minutes to the even strength goals he has. Stats guy. In the last 3 years, John Tavares has 43 even strength goals. 43. Average is about 18 minutes of ice time a night. 43 even strength goals in 3 years. He's got 35 power play goals, so he's a power play specialist. Who said that? Oh yeah, me. 43 even strength goals. So you go, who cares? Well, he makes $11 million. So I compared the other $11 million players out there. Let's start with the one on our team. Austin Matthews, 2 on our team. I'll round Mitchie up. Austin Matthews, 106 even strength goals. 43 to 106. 32 power play goals for Austin Matthews. 106 to 43. Mitch Marner. 58 even strength goals. 21 power play goals. 58 to 43. Let's try Kelly Yarkak. Making $2.1 million. Has played 25 less games than John Tavares. 25 less games in the last 3 seasons. And his average ice time rocks around 14 minutes. So he's 3.5 minutes. He sees no power play time. 35 even strength goals. 35 Kellyanne Kak. 43, John Tavares. If you do a proportion test, statistician dude, Kelly Yarncock is statistically higher even strength goals per minute than John Tavares. And you know what's not statistically, or was really statistically different between the two? One makes 11, one makes 2.1. So you can stop your nonsense. Now, the next guy, solutions. Do not listen to my videos. Stop chirping. If you're going to chirp, watch the video, dude. And guess what? Sheldon kind of listened to me a little bit for a bit. First of all, don't play him second line minutes. It's terrible. Keep him at what he had tonight. He had a lot of zeros, but 16 minutes of ice time. It's a lot better than 20. Put him on the wing. John Tavares cannot hurt you on the wing. He's still going to be terrible, but he can't hurt you on the wing. He hurts you at center. He gets owned at center. He doesn't hurt you on the wing. And some of these shit, he even, that guy's so bad, Tavares, where pucks go to die, he even made the Matthews-Marner line shut down for a couple shifts when they put him on the wing. And then they put Nyes back on, and you saw what happened at that point. All right? So, thank you for your comments. You're idiots. I proved you a stat. Unless you want me to go back, and you go back to the Islanders days, you'll see his even strength goals. They're terrible. Proportionally terrible compared to what he's a power play specialist. He's Tim Kerr. That's what he is. So enough. You done? All right, let's get into this game. First of all, first period was pretty boring, to be honest with you, but it was a defensive effort. I'll take it 100% of the time. And then Matthew Nyes with just a special play. Matthew Nyes, 925,000 got 10 even strength goals now. Oh. Matthew Nyes with a hell of a play to make it 1-0. And I'm sitting there going, okay. And at least shut it down. The effort was there tonight. A couple players, Nylander took the night off, even though he got a nice goal. Still took the night off. And you had a couple other players that were, I thought the third line, fourth line. We'll get in the fourth line in just a second. But overall, good, decent efforts. But the defense was pretty good tonight, other than McCabe. Everyone else played really solid, which is great to see. The goal goes in, and then they get their goal on the power play. I don't know what happened on that power play, but looked a little weak. Samsonov looked a little, I know he gave up only 2 goals, but he looked a little floppy tonight for me. So they needed that defensive effort. I find Samsonov was moving a lot in the net tonight. Made me nervous. But yeah, you only give up 2 goals, you get the win. What am I going to do, sit here and complain? But I was a little bit nervous, so the defensive effort was really, really good tonight. Samsonov didn't have to come up with a 10-beller save at any time, which is great. And actually, the Leafs had more of the breakaways, which is great too. So they scored to make it 1-1. I'm thinking, oh, okay, you're on the roads. What are you going to do? Penalty, or they get a penalty right off the bat. Matthew Nyes gets high-sticked. Beautiful. Next thing you know, Marner to Matthews. This guy's insane. 49 goals. Now, you're going to take your even strength goals for you the people that think I'm an idiot, because I think Matthews is one of the best players in the NHL. Connor McDavid has 88 even strength goals in the same amount of time that Austin Matthews has 106. Yes, Connor McDavid has more power play goals by 4, but Matthews has 106 to McDavid's 88. Ovechkin, 71 even strength goals, 45 power play goals. The most even strength goals in the last 3 years in the NHL belongs to Austin Matthews. Now, this was a power play goal, so we'll take it. But Austin Matthews is a hell of a player. It was a nice pass by Mitch Marner. I give credit where credit's due. It was a hell of a pass. And they buried it to make it 2-1. And then they get a penalty against. And a horrible play by the Blues at the blue line leads to Nylander on a 2-1-0. And I thought he was going to pass it to Pontus Almberg. And I'm like, oh no, don't do that. And then he's just shot in the net. He fooled the goalie. Goalie leaned a little bit, put it in the top corner. 3-1, beautiful. They pulled the net with 4 minutes left. And, a lot of banging in front of the net. And of course, they get their late goal, because it wouldn't be a Leaf game if we didn't get a little bit nervous at the end. But it was Pavel Buchnevich. I can't even speak. Whatever. The Blues scored, and then the empty net goal by Bobby McMahon, where he used his body tremendously and potted it in. So now he's got 3 straight games with goals or something like that. That's craziness. But yeah, I thought the effort was great. Fantastic. If the Leafs could play like this all the time, they'd be fine. And it's crazy. It's the no-namers. It's the no-name D. Like I said, I think it was 4 or 5 weeks ago. Bring up an AHL defense. It can't be any worse than the defense we employed. So a couple of things. Brody on the left side, that has to stay. He is way better there. Giordano not playing. Now, granted, I'm not happy about the reason why he's not in the lineup. I don't cheer any of that stuff. But regardless, he doesn't need to be in the lineup. We're better off with him not in the lineup. Lajoie played good. He's fine. Benoit, smoking people. Big hits. And this other guy, the Rifel or whatever, starting crap after the whistle. Beautiful. Rafai, whatever. Marshall, keep it up, bud. No problem with his game tonight. And Riley wasn't in the lineup. So that kind of, it's a little bit glaring that the Leafs have played so well defensively without Riley in the lineup. I think a lot of it is Brody on the right side, left side. So when they comes back, Riley's got to be on the left side. Brody's got to be on the left side. You got to keep that going. Anyways, they play Arizona on Wednesday, Vegas on Thursday. But again, I just like to say hats off. That was a hell of an effort. I'm pretty happy. A negative Nelly over here. Got a bit of a smile on his face on this family day because that was a great effort. Hope everyone enjoyed. Again, if you'd like to do a little bit of stats class with me, keep it coming, bud. We'll see how it goes. Cheers.